Hello and welcome to the exhibition Sense of Ice, curated by myself, Robert Kershio, and Priska Juska here at LICHTUNDFIRE on the Lower East Side. The exhibition runs from December 6th through January 6th. The Sense of Ice exhibition features works that deal with ice from realism to abstraction to metaphorical to even scientific-based works. The exhibition features 8 artists: Ellen Alt, Pamela Casper, Bob Clyatt, Jane Fire, Deborah Freedman, Augustus Goertz, and Bobbie Moline-Kramer and Martin Weinstein.
Hi, my name is Augustus Goertz, and excuse me, this is my painting called Spin Ice, which is about a phenomenon having to do with quantum theory, and I'm trying to visualize in this series. It's a series based on my trying to visualize what the ramifications of quantum theory are in terms of spatial relationships and energy and matter and light. And so one of the phenomena is that light escapes and that there's a spinning even as things are pulled in to the dark matter. And the phenomenon is predictable, so that it's a theory that can be actually applied, perhaps to some sort of space travel or whatever. Anyway.
Good, thank you.
Okay. I'm Bobbie Moline-Kramer. This is one of my pieces of work here at the show. And mainly it's gestural marks. The marks that are on the paper are marks that I made. It's body movements that I made while dancing. And then I took it to the sewing machine. And I look at them for 2 to 3 weeks minimum, decide what it is, and then go in with oil paint and do high detail rendering with oil paint. So it very much is turbulent, it's action, and gestural kind of painting.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, my name is Jane Fire, and this is a piece about, I was very concerned about wars at the time and why people were always fighting and countries were always fighting. And so I was doing research on it, and a lot of my pieces are about the evolutionary sources for why people fight. And so that instinctually man fights for territory, fights for a better life for his offspring. But this piece in particular is about how man is more evolved than other species, or in a way. But and one of the ways that he's evolved is that he has choices. He can find different ways of solving problems other than resorting to instincts that would lead him to fighting as a way, or violence as a way to solving a problem. And in the background is an image of Einstein, and it's about how people, evolved man has to fight, not fight instincts, has to overcome instincts to figure out different ways of solving problems.
Okay, hi, my name is Ellen Alt, This is my work, a mixed media glacial piece. I like to work with objects and create the feeling of cold and melting. So I'll tell you a little bit about this piece. It is called Forces, and it's about what happens when ice melts into water and comes together and creates a big force, a big power. It's made out of, you name it. It's made out of rocks and gravel. It's made out of glass and plastic, and it's made out of CDs, if you know what those still are, that represents embedded information that we'll need once the ice melts, and we need to continue to save our planet. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Pamela Casper, and this is my work. It's an oil painting, and the painting is a response to global warming and what's happening in the Arctic with ice. And although I've never been to the Arctic, I tried to imagine all the different states of ice by siphoning it through my imagination and then depicting it. I chose a very all-over composition because I wanted to have the viewer be completely immersed in the environment of ice. I have looked at a lot of references for this, but the key element is that it's imagined. And I hope to bring a little more emotion and some essence that you can't just see through photographs. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bob Clyatt, and this is one of my new works here from my cultural landscape series, in which I have number of objects which are from our contemporary experience, so sort of how I'm experiencing life these days. But this one in particular with these plates is different from much of what I've done. And I guess the feeling that I had with this one was really this sense just of this sort of organic urging and pushing and bulging forward of cultural life, of our cultural experience. It has this sort of urgency to it. And I hope I captured that in this piece. But anyway, enjoy the show. Thank you.
My name is Deborah Freedman. This is a part of a series I did called A Better World. I don't know if it's really better or not, but it's about ice and water moving in two different directions. So part of the land is cascading down, but maybe the ice is moving up, but the sky and the water are moving in that direction. So it has a better world theme, but actually it's quite chaotic.
My name is Martin Weinstein, and I'm a painter, and these are my works. They're painted outside in acrylic on transparent plastic sheets, plexiglass, over a period of days or sometimes years. This one is, there's an image underneath, two images actually, one at night, one in the evening, and then the top image is at dawn. So the works are largely about time and the changes that happen over time and the vulnerability of the landscape to time and of our own lives.
a group show curated by me, Priska Juszka, the director, and Robert Goertz. And I just wanted to say quickly something about the space. We are a gallery space, but we do a lot of collaborations that makes us a little different from the sort of like rather kind of generic model of a gallery space, perhaps. We collaborate with curators, with artists, with other art professionals, and we put up solo projects as well as group shows, and this is one of our group shows, which includes 8 artists, and as I said, has been co-curated by Robert Goertz and I.